17 runs to defend. Peshawar Zalmi thought they had it in the bag, but Anwar Ali, he made it difficult for them in the end, though. The men in yellow were victorious, and they make sure that they secure an all-important top 2 finish in this edition of the HBL PSL. Absolute elation for Babar Azam and his men. A wonderful result for them. Look, you can't believe it. Darren Sammy, the coach, so happy with his men there. The lowest total ever defended in HBL PSL here in Karachi. Disappointment for them in front of their home crowd, but what a wonderful result for Peshawar Zalmi. They'll be riding high after a really important win tonight. And I can't believe we've had another final ball thriller here at Karachi once again. High octane, high energy games. HBL PSL is alive and well, and Luke Wood from Peshawar Zalmi has been kind enough to come and relive it all once again with us alongside Bazir Khan. I mean, how was the heart rate in that last over? Goodness.
I mean, at the start of the over, I was pretty calm. 17 on that sort of wicket. We thought it would be pretty easy, but I mean, the last few balls were a bit tense, but now I'm glad we got over the line.
Yeah, absolutely. But talk about the second last over, which you bowled, especially to Pollard. We almost thought that the wide Yorker is the way to go, but with the field set straight, you went straighter.
Yeah, I mean, probably a couple of those were slightly straighter than I would have liked. But no, it was, with Polly as well, I just try and mix up a bit more than maybe I would to other batters. I just think I've got to stay unpredictable. Wide was probably the go-to. Maybe a bit of a gamble, chucking the slow ball. I've bowled to Polly quite a bit over the last couple of years, so I've tried to figure out what works and what doesn't.
And with Peshawar, since its inception, Peshawar Zalmi, there's always been a franchise which backs pace. From Darren Sammy being captain, it was always about pace bowling. From the outside, it still seems that it's all about pace bowling. Is it the same when you're inside or within the squad?
Yeah, I mean, example today, obviously, it was given that the spin would probably bowl well on that pitch, so he said to us before we started, it's going to be seen that's going to win in this game. And yeah, he loves his seamers and he backs us to the hill, so yeah, can't complain.
And, you know, you play franchise cricket all around the world now. These conditions in Pakistan, we know that they produce a lot of fast bowlers, but, you know, how do you find conditions out there, and, you know, what changes in your game specifically when you're playing here?
It's interesting, obviously, Lahore and Islamabad have been pretty good wickets, so you just have to be on. You have to nail your Yorkers and nail your skills, so I don't particularly change too much. The wickets are a bit lower maybe, but here's obviously a little bit different today. A few more cutters into the wicket, but no, I think you just got to make sure you switch on.
And it's your first season with Peshawar Zalmi, but you're into a side that just seems to make the playoffs each and every year. Like, what do you think the success is to the Yellow Storm being so great in PSL?
Yeah, my first year, but you can see by how it's ran, coaching staff, everything behind the scenes, how they look after their players. I feel like it's a bit of the reason as to why they get there every year. Obviously, the players are quality and the local guys are obviously good as well. So I think it's just a mixture of things and a lot of belief within the camp that they can make it through every year.
They just seem to get the job done, Bazir. It's incredible to be so consistently featuring in the playoffs, which is no mean feat. Now, what do you put down their secret of success to?
They find a way, and more often than not, they start off slowly, as they've done in this campaign, and then they gather the steam as the playoffs approach. I reckon that sense of belief that maybe from the outside looks as if Darren Sammy does instill. And even we talk about the captain, Babar Azam, he's also improved this year in terms of strike rate. Obviously, he's a bit unfair on us because he makes it look so easy. Batting is not as easy as he makes it look, and it's all sort of natural to him. But saying that, he pushes himself, and this year, if you look at his strike rate, it's even better. So suddenly, him being captain of Peshawar Zalmi, he sort of lifted his game as well. So it is the overall effect that Peshawar as a franchise is having on the players.
And he's really improved that strike rate, as you said, Bazir. You know he's so potent and so consistent, Luke. But what's he like as a person? What's Babar Azam like in the team room?
I was just saying to you before, I played a bit of golf with him. He's a good laugh. He's he's just good to be around, good to learn from.
Is he any good at golf?
He's good. He's a nice high draw. He's good off the tee. but he needs a bit of work. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that.
Oh, he seems like an absolute character. As a captain as well, we've seen him grow so much, particularly since being at Peshawar Zalmi. His T20 game has completely changed, and that strike rate has just accelerated enormously. Leading run scorer as well. Do you think he's one of the big four that we always talk about in the world of batting?
Oh, 100%. I think you just need to look at his record. I think it speaks for itself. He said like this year his strike rate's gone up, and I just don't think you can question it.
So classically beautiful with his technique. We go from him then to someone like Rodman Powell, who's just absolute brute force power, and his 30 off 18 balls at the end today was so incredibly important. Bazid innings at the end really propelled him to a score that at least the bowlers were able to defend today, albeit a smaller one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at the innings in the context of the game, and you look at the way the scoring rates have gone, and that inning sort of stands out head and shoulders above the rest. He's got, as you said, he's got so much power that once he gets it anywhere near the middle of the bat, it's going out of the ground. And to add to that, running between the wickets, fabulous. It's probably the first time they've actually seen him get run out because he's so quick. And then we saw that catch as well, so easily taken at the fence. The ability to get to the ball so quickly, and then he's never going to drop it.
Oh, I know. He's scary quick between the wickets, isn't he? What's he like in the nets? I'm sure you bowl at him quite a bit. Is he just a monster?
No, there's one bloke I'm not bowling at in the nets. No, I'll watch, admire, but no chance of bowling him. No.
Oh, no, he absolutely smashed it today, and it truly was the difference at the back end that got that total up to something that the bowling unit was able to defend. And I wanted to ask you about your compatriot Naveen ul Haq today, because he was brilliant with the ball. What do you like about what he brings to the table?
I think he's just different. His action's obviously a bit different. He's got a great slow ball, and he just has lots of different skills that you can sort of pick up on. And he's a good competitor as well. He really runs in and tries hard. And he's played all around the world now, and he knows his game and he knows what he's doing, and you can just rely on him at any point in the innings.
And 2 for 22 Bazid as well. In an innings where we saw in the first innings that pace really struggled and spin was king, to see him come and do so well today, what did you enjoy about the purchase he got out of the wicket?
Well, one thing, he goes so wide, he's a very awkward customer to face, but the fact that with the slow one he was hitting a length rather than bowling it full, and it sort of was very difficult to get away. The other thing that maybe the HPL PSL has lacked is it's been a little matey, and he's very competitive. I think you want that character, you want somebody in your face. He's one of those, and you like that. I think now, as it progresses, now we're coming to, well, the playoffs. I think that friendship or that friendly nature will disappear. But Naveen ul Haq, whenever he's in a game, he's in a battle, and he's someone who's always looking to either get under the skin of the opposition and also then make sure that his team crosses the line, and whatever it takes, if it takes aggression, if it takes some sledging, if it takes a word to the batter, he'll do that, and that's good. So I like it. I don't like the hugs and kisses and all that. No.
So you think they need to improve on their spice level,
absolutely,
a little bit more niggle?
Absolutely.
What do you think you guys need to work on heading into the all-important playoffs now?
I think overall there's bits and bobs we've said each game, but I think it's just maybe our fielding go a touch. I think we were probably a little bit sloppy in that department at the start. But I think we've been pretty good. We're getting better each time. We put in a great performance last game. So no, I think more of the same, and just try and be that 5% better each time.
More of the same, but more spice, more niggle.
Yeah, more spice.
Absolutely.
That's a license if I ever heard one. Luke, thank you so much. We'll let you go and enjoy the big win with the team. So I appreciate your time and well bowled today.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Well, it's time to relive the wickets that fell as well. The Karachi wickets that Peshawar Zalmi were responsible for taking Bazid, and they just bowled beautifully, didn't they, all round?
Yeah, they came back after the first 7-8 overs, and Naveen ul Haq in that over had bowled 4 dot balls. Then this one, Shah Masood missed it by quite a fair margin. It did turn, and then after that, I think really hit their straps. They were much better with their length. They're much better in attacking the stumps, and this was a huge wicket. It just been pumped away for a boundary. Then he comes back with one, which was brilliant, and then this complete over from Luke Wood actually transform the game. Excellent catch by Rahman Powell in the deep.
Yeah, beautiful work from the men in yellow. Of course, it gave them a very important win and ensured a top 2 finish. They are top of the table at the moment with 13 points. But of course, the Multan Sultans, they still have a game in hand. So very important what happens in the last game of the league round of the HBL PSL 9. As we welcome Mark Butcher back into the pitchside studio. First of all, Butch, welcome to Crew B. Welcome to Karachi. Put on a specky for you, didn't we?
You hard-working people, you. Yeah. It's good to be down here in Karachi. It's a lot warmer than it was in Islamabad, anyway.
Oh, what a wonderful match that we've just seen there. What did you make of Peshawar Zalmi's performance? They defended the lowest total ever here in Karachi. It was really well bowled by the bowling unit as a whole.
It was, and it was really well batted as well, I thought, because the ball spun. Karachi bowled a lot of overs of spin. What was it, 12 or something overs of spin in total throughout the innings? The ball turned a lot. The opening partnership once again between Baba and Siam Ayub got them off to a really good start, and then Rahman Powell finished it off at the back end. So that was a job well done. I thought 145 was going to take a lot of getting, particularly for a team that's as low on confidence with the bat as Karachi. And in the end, you know, the way they closed it out, Luke Wood was sensational. That 19th over was one of the best overs you'll see. Obviously, Ahmed Jamal will get all the plaudits for closing it out eventually in the final over after having a bit of bad luck with those 2 French cuts. But Luke Wood's 19th over was the over that won them the game.
And gave them the breathing room of 17 runs to defend to. You'd take that bowling at the death any day, hey?
Without a doubt. And also he was bowling at, you know, Niazi, who was smashing it. He timed it better than I think anybody else did throughout the entire game. And of course he had Karan Pollard there as well. So 2 guys who could have ended the game there and there in that over had he not got it right, and he got it absolutely perfect.
And how good, Bazid, that we're down to the final day of the league round. We still don't know who finishes in what position for the playoffs. You feel like the competition is alive and well.
Yeah, and the games that we've had, almost, 3 or 4 now consecutive
4 in a row, yeah.
Finishes of the last ball, which
Awesome.
is superb. And yeah, tomorrow all to play for, you win it and you get to that convert 1 spot or number 2 spot and get 2 bites at the cherry. It's a huge game for either side. And if Multan Sultans don't win it and they end up having to go into that situation where you win one and lose one and you're out, and you're thinking, how do we get here, because we've been leader of the pack for so long.
You know what, there's a lovely little subtext in all of this, in that Multan Sultans, I thought, could have put Islamabad United out of the game, or at least given Karachi Kings a chance to knock them out yesterday. They didn't close that game out. There are a couple of moments in that game which I thought made a massive difference to the end result, and wouldn't it be sort of sweet poetry if you know, that came back to bite them, if Islamabad had ended up knocking them out in an eliminator if they don't win tomorrow. So it's all there, all in front of us.
Well, I want to ask you, because you've been with us since the Pindi leg as well. I know that you've been watching everything before you joined us back home too, of course. Who is your team to watch? Who's got it this year?
Well, I mean, I think that all of them have very, very strong points, all 4 that are in there, and all of them have flaws. For example, Multan Sultans are not in the sort of the lower reaches of their batting order. They're not the strongest team in it. They sort of rely on the guys up at the top. Peshawar Zalmi, they also have the same issue with 2 really good openers and then a little bit flaky in the middle order. They also don't have an enormous amount of spin options should the conditions be like this one, so they're very much reliant on the pace bowling. Islamabad have struggled at the top. You know, Monroe and Hales have been a little bit flaky, so they've had to have people bail them out down the bottom. They've all got very, very strong points, all 4 of the teams in there, Quetta as well, but they all have flaws in them, which makes it all the more exciting because it makes it very difficult to call.
So Butch is sitting on the fence, basically.
You tell me. Yeah, but Multan have been out there on top all the way through, and yet, you know, there's a very good chance that they might not finish on top, and they could even finish in 3rd or 4th. So,
and to think as well, like Multan Sultans, runners up 2 years in a row. They say it takes losing one to win one. They've lost 2 in a row, and players to watch, Bassett, as well. Who do you think is going to come to the fore and propel their team through to greatness?
Oh. That is a
big
really
question,
difficult one.
I know who's sitting.
The only thing I can say is that when Peshawar Zalmi have found out who their spin options are, they've looked a different side. I think Babar Azam has to fail sometime, so might well be in a crucial game. I think I think Quetta Gladiators are the one to watch. Quetta Gladiators have sneaked through. They're the one to watch, and somebody at the top of the order from Quetta Gladiators might just win them the title.
I'll give you one name, Amma Jamal.
Oh, all right, shots fired. Let's take a little look at who we'll be seeing tomorrow, though. And of course, it is the Quetta Gladiators. They'll be up against the Multan Sultans. Very important match. Who finishes top? We'll find out after that match tomorrow from 8:38 p.m. local time. Boys, thank you so much for your work. It's a very good night from all of us here at the Pitch Side Studio, but so much more action to come tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow night.
नया साल नया दिन भाई छक्के पे छक्का तू गिन भाई ज़ल्मी कलंदर सुल्तान ग्लैडिएटर किंग सब यूनाइटेड यहाँ हर सांस में हो जान ऐसे ही करते मैदान को फतह ऐसे ही पहुंचा वहां से यहाँ अब नहीं रुकेगा ये कारवां बोला जैसे माइक सब ठा ठा बूम बूम गेंद छुए साथ हुआ आसमां गेंद है सितारा मैं खड़ा क्रीज पे बाजी करे वाइब मेरी हार भी एक जीत है अब जीत की है बाजी मेरे पीछे खड़े काफी है शाही पिच पे है आग लगा दी मानो वो रोजियो ने गद्दाफी हिला दी अब आता है रोजियो का यॉर्कर बॉल हार्ड बहुत हार्ड बॉल पर टेस्ट करूं पास या फेल कमेंट सिर्फ एक है बॉयज प्लेड वेल तो उठा ले आवाजें आने दे मुकाबले को हम तो तैयार हैं बजने दे बाजे अब जागे हैं जीते सवेरे या शाम हम स्पॉटलाइट को छीने धीरे से आता हूँ बॉल के हाथ में एक चाल चलूंगा प्लान दिमाग में वैसे तो मारता हूँ लेग ब्रेक मगर स्पिन को मैं बदलूंगा एंड पे फेंकी फिर मैंने एक गूगली फेंकी तो किलियां टूट गई कैसी लगी मेरी गूगली 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 गूगली
फ्लो करूं स्विच पे को गूगली तेरी आंखें लगी गूगली नहीं जानता मैं कौन इशू गूगली 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 मेरे टेढ़े से बोझ से गूगली चकमा दे मेरी गूगली चिकती के मेरी गूगली 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 गूगली